This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
57's the mic, right? 57. Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Las Vegas.
Quick throw into the hands of Hopkins out wide. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Let's go, D. Big lady. You got to step it up. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check, check. They can't hang with us.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and now it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Darnold. Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Over 1st and 10.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of
that one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
1st down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Running is Jacobs. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Complete.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
The ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, Haskins. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Dwayne Haskins with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Barrios on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk. And the Raiders have got him. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw, Darnold. Darnold, he lost the football.
Dwayne Haskins.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you. Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. Let's go, D. Hatchet. Shoot.
Darnold down to throw. Got a man, it's Mims. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A gain of 20.
He had his eyes on 200 yards last week, earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he was really, really good. Fun to watch back in tape with you.
It was fun to watch, wasn't it? And he's trying to have the same type of a game in this one. But what was fun watching was how he read the defense. No matter what they presented, he had an answer for it, and that's why he was open during that game.
On first down, it's Hines. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 25 on second down, Darnold. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Clelin Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
It's now third down.
Darnold and the Jets come up third and long following the sack. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now it's Hines. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Nyheim Hines, as the first half is winding down. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Jets 21, Raiders 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now Jones. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And a Raider first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Barrios on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Darnold, a quick throw out to Mims on the perimeter. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's Hines. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now it's Darnold. This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's go one more.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets will extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Jets 28, Raiders 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here's A.J. Cole now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. The first throw for the backup Jackson. He'll air this one out from Mims. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Denzel Mims, the rookie, the intended receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
On the coverage.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
On the keeper.
It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop. and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Oh, 80, 44, Mike, 44. Hey, here we go. 44 is the mic, 44 is Mike. Check. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Third and long, it's Darnold. He'll air this one out for Mims. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Jets on third down. 53 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Carry there by Le'Veon Bell. And he's just trying to get back to the form he exhibited in Pittsburgh when he was one of the top backs in the NFL. In 2019, though, no games over 100 yards rushing and only 3 games with 20 or more carries. The more he touches it, the more.
And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 37-yard line. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were able to exploit.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Vegas, first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Ashton Davis on the...
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Raiders on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Jacobs now. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They go with Jacobs. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
Is a turnover on down.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that fourth down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the fourth quarter. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Denzel Mims. 83 yards, and the Jets are going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Jones. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check three.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. They begin the drive with Hines. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, They've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
The ball carrier.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll go again with Bell. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
That's good.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
44's the mic. 44's the mic.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
And they take a knee.
Mike Spopo.
Today's final score, Jets.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next.